Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. First of all, happy new year. If you don't know, my name is Talani, it's my husband IBK, and today we kind of have something special to announce. But before we get into all of that, if you're not subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. Go ahead and do it. Also follow me on my other social media platforms. I'm on Instagram and on TikTok, Pinterest, Facebook, all of it. But all those links will be in the description below. Okay. You ready? Let's get into it.
So this year we've gotten a lot of, actually just over time, we've gotten a lot of interest in people trying to find out, about what we've been able to achieve using real estate, how to get started, things to look out for, how to analyze properties. And because of that, we have decided to put, because of that, we've decided to put together all our ideas in one concise way and present that as an offering to you guys, so you can take a lot of our learnings over the years, how we work together and how we support each other in building the real estate portfolio we've been able to achieve so far.
And not just only real estate. I think one of the things that I get a lot of questions on and that he's very passionate about is just finance in general and investing in general. So we plan to talk a little bit more about the other aspects of investing, not just real estate, but stocks, even like Bitcoin, general finance and financial literacy and wealth knowledge, or wealth management knowledge, I guess, if that makes sense.
Correct.
So yeah, I'm super excited. So with all that said, we decided that we're going to be doing all of that content just on YouTube. It's going to be mainly on YouTube, and we are releasing a subscription for this content. We're still going to be making videos. They're going to be available to people who are not subscribed, but if you are subscribed, you're going to get a lot more detail. You're going to get some free tools that he's actually been making over the years for the business. You're also going to be getting some resources as well, and then we plan to do some live Q&As and just some more one-on-one kind of coaching and mentoring in a smaller group setting, because I feel like that's more effective. But yeah, I'm still gonna be posting the free stuff that's gonna be available to everybody. But again, if you want to get a little bit more in-depth information, definitely subscribe.
I would also point out that for those of us who are not willing to commit to the monthly subscription, there are consultation opportunities for you to reach out to me for a 45-minute phone call, and there are opportunities for you to get that one-on-one interaction without the monthly subscription as well.
That is very true, and I'll put that link down below for you if you're interested in getting that one-on-one phone call. That's always kind of been an option. We've never really advertised it, but for the people who found out somehow, because he's definitely has had a few calls just in the past year when we started that. But now we're kind of announcing it to everybody, I guess. So I'll put that link down below as well if you're interested in that one-on-one coaching. Okay, so let's get into, I guess, the topic of this video. Okay, so now that that's all out the way, let's go ahead and dive into today's topic for this video, which is all about goal setting when it comes to investing and real estate investing.
Awesome. So the biggest question that I get, I'm looking to get into real estate. I just want to know what I should do, where should I get started, blah, blah, blah. And they're typically stunned by the question, what is your ultimate objective? And they're like, I don't know, make money. And yeah, but what are you trying to get at? And what happens a lot of the time, there are a couple of ways you can go about it. Some people might have a pool of capital that they've been able to amass over time, and you're looking for a safe place to park it where it can be shielded from inflation and also have the opportunity to appreciate faster than what they can get in their bank account. And there is a different strategy. The kind of properties you would buy for those will be separate for someone who is able to amass a decent amount of capital, but they're looking for monthly cash flow to kind of subsidize their living or actually fully fund their living style. And so the strategies you employ there will be a little bit different depending on what your goal is. And so identifying that for yourself is very important. On the other end, when you go to the appreciation section, there are other opportunities for you to get cash out without selling it, because most people just feel, oh, I buy it, appreciates over time, I sell it. You have home equity lines of credit, you can do full cash out refinancing, or you can actually just refinance the property and just extend the amortization to reduce the loan burden so you can increase the cash flow you have on that.
That is a lot of words. That's a lot of words.
Okay, yes.
Can you break it down a little bit more?
Sure. So let's talk about the three things I mentioned. You have your home equity line of credit.
Yes.
So most times when people put they go through the loan process, put a down payment on a house, and then they have, a loan amount that they are paying down over time. What happens is you have the opportunity to go to the same bank and say, hey, my property has appreciated for, let's say another 10% since I bought it. I would love to have an opportunity to draw against that 10% appreciation.
Okay.
And so what they would do is you'll go through a regular credit process, and it's almost like a checking account.
Okay.
Where you can pull money out at whatever interval and pay interest only on
the money you pulled out.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so let's say I bought a house for $100,000, right? After year 4, maybe I'm in Austin, right? And so many people are coming, like boom, tech is booming, and now that $100,000 house is now worth $400,000.
Damn. Okay.
So explain, if I wanted to pull out money, explain how that would go with that specific scenario.
Sure. I'm loving that you're using numbers. 400,000 is massive, hundreds of percent appreciation. But let's just go with it. So typically, let's just normal numbers. You have banks like to, especially when you go to refinance, a 75% loan to value ratio. And what that means is, let's say your house is worth $100,000, they will let you take money out up to $75,000.
Okay.
So in this case, let's say you bought the house at 100.
Yeah.
Let's say you put 20% down.
Okay.
Right? Your mortgage was 80,000, and you were paying down 80,000 over time. Now you have a house that is worth 400,000, but then you still have, let's say over the 4 years, $75,000.
Okay.
So if you look at 75% of 400,000, that is a number of hundreds. I don't do public math. So 75% of 400,000 is a lot more than 80,000 or the 75,000 you have owed. So you have access to, let's just say, I go to the bank and I say I want a home equity line of credit for 100,000. And so I have
100,000?
For 100,000, for 100,000.
Okay.
Okay, so.
And why are we picking 100,000? Just
arbitrary
that's
number.
just what you want. Okay,
Yeah,
not because your house is worth.
No.
You bought it at 100,000.
No, I'm just picking.
Trying to be clear.
Thank you for. I'm just picking 100,000. So.
But can you do 200,000?
You can do as long as it's less than 75%
of the 400,000.
Of the 400,000.
Okay.
You can pick whatever number you want.
Okay.
So another thing is your outstanding loan amount, which in this case is 75,000. Actually, let me just pull up a calculator. So doing the math, 75,000 times 400 is 300,000.
Wait, 75,000?
75%.
Okay.
Sorry. 75% of 400,000.
That was my guess, but I didn't want to be wrong.
Is 300,000.
Yeah.
And my outstanding loan is 75,000 at this point.
Okay, so subtract that.
Yep. And so I can have a home equity line of credit of $225,000.
And to follow, I'll try and put the numbers here. So
you take 75% of 400,000.
Okay.
And then you subtract the outstanding loan amount.
The outstanding loan, okay. And now you have 225,000.
That you can access.
Okay. And so with that, what can you do with that amount?
So, like I mentioned before, I arbitrarily said I want a home equity line of credit of 100,000, right?
Okay.
And so with this 100,000, I can take it out at any point, use it for something, and then pay it back into the house. So most people always feel like they need to sell their properties to be able to have access to the appreciation. But this is a way you can tap into the equity in your home without actually selling the property and also keep the appreciation going over time.
Okay, that makes sense. There are a lot of questions that come up, but we'll leave that for later.
Okay.
But yeah.
That's strategy number one.
You want to go into another strategy?
Sure, we can use. I'll quickly touch on the other two, which is very simple. Building on this one, so the other two strategies might be, okay, I don't want to be taken out and pulling back in. I just want to have a one-time thing, right? So the house we bought at 100, it's now worth 400, and I decide that I want to pull out some cash, right? So my outstanding loan amount is 75,000. But let's say I want to take out 100,000, just using the same numbers.
Yeah.
So what I would do is go to the bank and say, I want to refinance this house. I owe 75,000 on it, but I want to make my new loan 175.
Okay.
So what they will do is they would pay you 100,000
Cash money.
in cash, and then you would pay whatever closing costs, and your new loan amount will be 175. And go ahead.
So the benefit of that is you get like the cash to use for maybe another investment or something else, maybe college fees for your kids or whatever the case is. But then at the same time, that mortgage monthly payment is gonna go up, right?
Yes.
Because now your
Yes.
loan has jumped from 75,000 to 175,000.
Correct.
But obviously you weigh the pros and cons of each and
Make a decision.
Yeah, you make a decision.
I would say, why would somebody choose one way over the other? With the home equity line of credit, the interest rates adjust over time and they're not fixed depending on what the Fed funds rate is, what the new mortgage rates are, and they can move over time. If you do a one-time cash out refinance, whatever interest rates you get at that point is what that 175 in this example is going to be for the next 30 years. Let's say you decide to amortize over 30 years. And that's another option. The last one that just to quickly touch on, let's say I bought the house, same example, 100,000, and let's say my total mortgage, including taxes, insurance, everything, was $1,000 a month, right?
Okay, yeah.
And I was renting it out for $1,100 a month, right?
Okay.
And so
you're making a monthly profit of 100.
Of $100.
Okay.
And so I paid it down for 4 years, and my my outstanding loan amount is now 75,000.
Okay.
So I had a 30-year amortization period. I had paid down 4 years worth of principal, and so I can go to the bank and say, hey, I owe 75,000. Can I get my amortization back to 30 years? And so what that would do is, instead of owing 80,000 over 30 years, now you owe 75,000 over 30 years, which will reduce your mortgage payment. Let's say you reduced it by $100. So instead of $1,000 a month, now it's $900 a month. And even with the same rental tenant not increasing your rent, you've increased your monthly cash flow. Number 3.
Okay. I hope it makes sense for y'all. And if it doesn't, that's why we have the what? Consultation. That's why we have the consultation call. So if you have like any further questions, or if you want to go deep into like a specific topic that is like unique to yourself, definitely feel free to like set up a call with him and he'll help you out.
Most definitely.
I think that's all maybe for this video with the goal setting thing.
There's a lot.
There's a lot that
more
goes into that,
yeah.
but I think we've come to a good point. So just to kind of circle back to what we were saying in the beginning about our subscription option. If you're interested in the paid subscription, being a part of that group, I'll put all that information on how you can do that in the description box below. Sorry, I can't talk today. And then, yeah, we're really excited about this year. We have a lot of fun stuff planned, a lot of work on our end just to kind of get this information out. We're super excited. Make sure you stay tuned. And if you're not, like I said before, if you're not already subscribed to this channel, not the paid one, but just regular subscribe, make sure you do that so that you see when we upload new videos. And I think that is all. Thank y'all so much for watching. Bye.